Arizona. He has been in... All right, ex-Army family, I have a great video for you today. I just conducted a phone interview with Dane Wigington via Skype. And let me tell you, he is a true American patriot. He's not just fighting to save our planet. He's fighting to save you and me and my children and your children and our grandchildren and all future humans to come. So please give this video a thumbs up and consider going to visit him at geoengineeringwatch.org, which I'll link in the description after the interview. Before we get started, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Dane Wigington. Dane has a background in solar energy. He is a former employee of Bechtel Power Corp and was a licensed contractor in California and Arizona. He has been engaged in constant climate geoengineering research for the last 15 years. His personal residence was featured in a cover article on the world's largest renewable energy magazine, Home Power. He owns a wildlife preserve next to Lake Shasta in Northern California. Dane put all his focus, efforts, and energy into researching the climate engineering issue when he began to lose very significant amounts of solar uptake due to the ever-increasing solar obscuration caused from jet aircraft spraying in the skies above his mountaintop home. He also noted a significant decline in forest health, which was occurring and appeared to be accelerating. Extensive testing and research into geoengineering issue was commenced and has continued since 2002. He is the lead researcher for www.geoengineeringwatch.org and has investigated all levels of geoengineering, from stratospheric aerosol geoengineering, SAG, to solar radiation management, SRM, to ionosphere heater facilities like HARP. Dane has appeared on numerous films and radio interviews in an effort to educate the public on the extremely dire environmental and health dangers we face from the ongoing global climate intervention programs. Dane lives in Shasta County, California. Wow, what a beautiful area. Look at that. But let's get into the interview. I hope you guys enjoy this. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. Yeah, and then I just wanted to talk to you in general, and also
when it comes to your smile, there's no such thing as a shortcut. Straightening your teeth is a complex
dangers we face from the ongoing global climate intervention programs. Dane lives in Shasta County, California. Wow, what a beautiful area. Look at that. But let's get into the interview. I hope you guys enjoy this. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. Yeah, and then I just wanted to talk to you in general, and also the closest people in my group, they submitted about 15 questions they wanted me to ask you, and if you have time, I'll
Absolutely.
ask you some of those.
Absolutely, I appreciate their willingness to try to explore the issue further, but I'm glad to fill in those blanks. No problem.
Okay, so let's start with if you want to know my background, I started my YouTube channel. I built a night vision telescope, and I was looking up at the sky, and as the years have went by, it's gotten to the point where there's only a clear sky about 2 nights out of every 2 weeks. And I found a direct correlation. If there are long contrails or chemtrails, which you said we'd talk about in a minute, if those are in the sky, a night vision telescope, and I was looking up at the sky, and as the years have went by, it's gotten to the point where there's only a clear sky.
So this
about
video
2 nights out of every 2 weeks
that I'm
And
making
I found a direct
is again documenting how when I like a video, it doesn't show up on my liked playlist. And I've been trying to like this video almost for 45 minutes now, and it's not showing up. So my opinion is there's absolute proof of censorship on YouTube to steer the attention to certain videos and away from other videos. And for a while now, every once in a while, I've stopped to think maybe it's just glitchy when I've posted a bunch of different videos. Like last night, I posted a bunch of these videos that I'm showing you now. A lot of them didn't show up, and then I waited a minute and refreshed the page, and they would show up afterwards. To be honest, I think that glitchiness that then was resolved. Actually, I was happy. I was like, "Yay! YouTube's not censoring my random videos." But I think they are still, and it's not just random videos. I think the reason they censor random videos is to throw me off the trail of speculation about the fact that they really are censoring people's videos. Let's try this again. And specifically videos that the establishment doesn't want you to see. So by all means, go forget this advertisement, but go see this video that I can't like.
I built a night vision telescope.
Even though I've got the button there that says like, so there's my like. I liked it.
As the years have went by, it's gotten to the point where.
And also check out Dane Wigington.
About 2 nights out of every 2 weeks, and I found a direct correlation. If there are long contrails or chemtrails, which you said we talk about in a minute,
because it doesn't show up in my liked playlist, no matter how hard I try.
I know for a fact that at least the next 2 nights, I am not going to be able to stream the sky.
And, you know, even just what he just said, it all fits together because it's relative to that whole narrative of conspiracy and making people look paranoid and defaming people and distraction so that people feel powerless in the context of, we're all in some... you know, I don't know if you've seen them. The Elon Musk made a commentary. Oh, I think we're all in a computer simulation. You know, that whole Matrix story. They're having fun with it, and the people that post it, you know, they, of course, the wizard behind the curtain controls the narrative, and you know, so.
And that's what got me interested in the topic, and I decided to tackle it first from a skeptic's point of view, and I talked to Mick West, and I will tell you, my friends, followers, subscribers were absolutely furious that I talked to Mick West. They are like, you have to talk to Dane Wigington, John. So I started researching you, and you for sure have the biggest amount of information and research of anyone on the internet. So that's how I found you.
It's been my life for 15 years. And
Notice how Keanu Reeves' newer, not that new, kind of old now, a year old, newer movie is much more violent and not as controversial as The Matrix, by the way. Just more shoot 'em up, you know, you killed my dog, so now I'm going to murder all you guys. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but compared to the commentary that The Matrix conveyed, it's definitely a step down for Keanu Reeves. And a step up for the establishment. Let's see if this one posts. Probably, because there's no...
Christianity, which has led many to speculate that the writers of the film really wanted to convey a clear message to our reality, that we are being controlled, and that a savior will come to liberate the humans from the system that controls us. And that
oh wow, that one
our
wasn't
main
posted.
character is that savior. However, he may be in fact an allegory of Jesus Christ, created by the machines to keep.
So, oh no, there it is. And obviously this is a video that's approved.
Humans under control. Today, we're going to be analyzing one of the theories behind the Matrix. The film begins by introducing us to Thomas Anderson, a man who lives a double life. During the day, he's a born.
Subscribers were absolutely furious that I talked to Mick West. They are like, you have to talk to Dane Wigington, John. So I started researching you, and you for
Woohoo!
sure
Oh, it worked.
have...
Okay, that's good news.
Rock to it.
No, wait, that's the history. Let's see if it worked in the liked videos. No, it didn't.
Wouldn't a little extra income be nice? Especially when life throws you a huge surprise. But it's not easy to know where to find it or how to get it.
point of view, and I talked to Mick West, and I will tell you, my friends, followers, subscribers were absolutely furious that I talked to Mick West. They are like, you have to talk to Dane Wigington, John. So I started researching you,
And
you
notice
for sure
notice the programming that comes up relative to a video like this. Find steady work. You've got way too much free time to criticize the power structure and criticize the Matrix. You probably should go get a job, you stupid lazy fuck. Go flip some burgers. Go murder some cows.
have the biggest amount of information and research of anyone on the internet. So that's how I found you.
It's been my life for 15 years, and it's certainly not a job I wanted, but I had a background that was helpful for this issue, and I simply, my conscience will not allow me to look the other way.
Awesome. What did you mean by we don't call them chemtrails?
The chemtrails term is the instant marginalization term. Any official agency, any media, that term has no basis whatsoever in the science arena. So although I know it's a descriptive term and it may be useful in private conversation, it is absolutely extremely harmful to the credibility of the cause to try to...
It lays the predicate and the foundation for the development of a weather satellite that will permit man to
Well, there's some good news. His video came up. That's Dane Wigington.
and ultimately to control the weather, and he who controls the weather will control the world.
Our once thriving
So,
planet and all life that is dependent
it's
on
nice
it
when
is under siege.
the video I
following
want to
message
have
was sent to me
posted
yesterday by
comes
the
up.
producer of a major...
So please go watch that video. That's a good one. But it throws a monkey wrench into my accusation that there's censorship here, because obviously I can see. Tell me if you can see it, please, because I only see what's on my little screen. Who knows what's on your screen? But it proves that at least that video showed up. And let's go back and try to get the other video to show up again. Let's see if it will show up now. Maybe it just needed to reset the stupid computer.
term is the instant marginalization term. Any official agency, any media, that term has no basis whatsoever in the science arena. So although I know it's a descriptive term and it may be useful in private conversation, it is absolutely extremely harmful to the credibility of the cause to try to make any mention of that term in the attempt to pass this information on to others. And there's more to that. If you're trying to introduce this issue and you pass...
It has not shown up yet, which is really problematic.
that term on, and someone goes back and Googles that term, they'll go straight to conspiracy theory and hoax.
Yeah.
If
but
if you
notice
stick to the
they've
science
changed
terms, climate engineering,
the advertisement
geoengineering,
because
solar radiation,
maybe the algorithm or wizard behind the curtain realized, oh, I don't want to go to the advertisement about steady work with Shaquille O'Neal. Maybe it's better to try to market something that I would buy. And guess what, Mr. Algorithm? No chance. Not buying it. I just want the video to show up because it's a really important video. Just like many other videos that I've tried to post that I just can't post. And what I mean by post is like. Obviously, you can see that it's liked 17,000 likes, but it's not showing up in my liked video playlist. And what I'm saying, I've posted over 9 times 5,000 videos liked in this liked playlist because I've been watching YouTube for quite a long time. Some of the videos I'm allowed to post. What do I mean by post? I mean like. I'm allowed to watch them. I'm allowed to like them, to give them a like, and then they show up in my liked playlist, which I'm scrolling through now. But a whole bunch of them, if I could show you my history, I've watched them. And what's weird about it, that I hope YouTube can see, maybe they can fix it. I'm not trying to complain if they can fix it, is when you look at my history, there's a big difference between what I've watched and what I've liked. And a lot of the things that I've watched and not liked obviously are in the history. And a lot of the things that I've liked, let me see if I can give you examples, are in the history. Here's the example at the top of the list. The truth is finally revealed. And that's the video I've been trying to like for 45 minutes now. And I've liked it here, but it doesn't show up in my liked video playlist. So it's obviously not visually available in my liked video playlist, which sucks.
management. You will find science. You will find hard data. And what you will see, Jonathan, is all the disinformation sites and sources will try to exclusively use that term. They won't use the science terms because they don't want people to search the science terms and find out that there is absolutely a basis to this issue. So again, we're playing chess. We need to learn to play well, and using the science terms keeps us on solid, credible ground.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so basically using the other term would discredit me and anything I was saying instantly, is what you're saying.
Unless you're in a private conversation where it doesn't matter. If you're communicating to any elected official, any agencies, any media, that is the instant marginalization term.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to start throughout our talk. I'm going to go to some of my friends' questions, because the first thing everybody wants to know is there a way to protect ourselves from the chemicals that they are spraying?
In the short term, somewhat.
Welcome to Steady. My name is Shaquille O'Neal. If you're looking for a job, you've come to the right place. It's easy, it's free, and we'll never sell you information. That's why we're steady.
Steady and extremely annoying.
What?
Steadily censoring, steadily annoying the fuck out of me every time I like a video
my friends' questions, because
that doesn't show up in my liked
everybody wants
playlist.
to know is there a way to protect ourselves from the chemicals that they are spraying?
In the short term,
Let's try.
somewhat. In the long term,
I don't know.
no.
I don't know what else to do.
Let me clarify. Can we and should we attempt to?
Let's try going to, this is the YouTube app. So let's try going to, instead of the YouTube app, let's try going to the regular internet. And this is on my cell phone, of course. Sorry. YouTube. I pressed cancel, by the way. So now I'm on the internet, and I'm going to request desktop. So try to see if this will have any change to posting that particular video. First, I'll go to my liked video page. And there's the Dane Wigington video. That's good. At least that one's posted. Now I'm going to go to my history. So you can obviously see in my history as soon as it loads up that I definitely watched this video and tried to put, there it is, it's liked. But it doesn't show up at all in my liked playlist. Let's try this again. I'm going to press dislike. I'm going to refresh the page. And now let's give it a chance here to play a little bit. What? Maybe there. It is a good video. It's a long video, but it's good info.
What was happening from the public, and to use weather as a weapon, and that's very critical. Weather warfare is a matter of historical fact. It's not opinion.
Let's see. Refresh the page. See if my like is even on this page. Well, there's my like. So let's go to, see if it's in my playlist, liked videos. It's not there. Okay, let's try it again. Does anybody else have the same problem? Liking a video and it doesn't show up in your liked playlist? Please like my video and post a comment if you have the same problem, or if you don't even.
Al Gore or carbon credits, but the damage being done to the planet. These gases don't float out into outer space. We live in a fishbowl.
Yeah.
They build up. So in the attempt to mask the severity of what was happening from the public, and to use weather as a weapon, and that's very critical. Weather warfare is a matter of historical fact. It's not opinion. So in order to use weather as a weapon, in order to mask the consequences of manipulating the weather.
And the reason I'm going to this other video is simply to give it time to register the fact that I liked the first video. And have some kind of musical interlude for a second while the stupid system hopefully registers that I liked the video. Now you saw me like it. Let's see if it shows up. I'll be impressed. It didn't show up. So that's the issue. To me, that's obvious proof that they're controlling the narrative, and that's what's obvious to most YouTubers at this point in time. But it's important to document it. Maybe someday the legal system will allow people with money to sue companies like Google and YouTube for manipulating and false advertisement and etc. Plus, and I guess it's probably good that they've demonetized it, because when you're talking money based on likes, well, there's a lot of ways that people can manipulate the likes outside of the system, seemingly, but that's no longer an issue considering everything's demonetized. Unless, of course, the advertisers still give money for the amount of likes. And if that's the case, advertisers should take notice of videos like this saying, oh wow, I went to visit the page for this video. I watched your advertisement.
We're looking for people that want to improve their smile. Guys, my name is Bill Watson. I'm with Brighter
I
Image
pressed
Lab,
like,
and we do smile makeovers for
and it
people
didn't
all
show
over
up
the
in my
world. The
playlist.
number one thing that you can do to improve your overall appearance
So
is
I
to improve
wonder
your smile. These are real
if
clients.
the like
This
is
a real
actually
before and after.
registering
This is a real before and after.
and helping the
And so is this one.
advertisers to
I
know
would say,
whether
I
or
don't
not
want
their
whiter teeth.
advertisement
Nobody would.
got
The
viewed.
reason why they don't fix it is because they don't think it's possible. But you can have an amazing smile, and it's affordable. Every one of these smiles that you're going to see,
So I obviously saw it.
$149
I
down.
liked the
All
video,
you have to do is
watched the
time
advertisement,
to make a change. Bad teeth, crooked teeth, broken
almost
teeth,
all the way
missed
through the
teeth.
freaking
You
end,
don't have to go to a dentist. You don't have
which
to
I
get
have no
braces.
interest
I did it
in.
for this person and for this person and for this person. You can change your life by improving your smile. Our process is lab direct.
I
There's
wonder
never
if the
dentist
fact
visit.
that I'm watching
All you
the
have to do is want to work with
advertisement
me
will
on
help
improving your smile. If I
this
did this for her,
video show up in my
imagine
liked
what I can do for
playlist.
you. There's no better way to
Wouldn't that be
reintroduce yourself than to
nice?
show people that you got a new smile. You truly owe
It's
it
an
to
important
yourself to
video.
look at BrighterImageLab.com. Look at the kind of work we do. This right here is just people who said, I don't want to pay a dentist, I don't want to go in debt, and I don't want to have to wait 2.5, 3 years for someone to correct my smile with braces. Now you have another choice. Come see how we can improve your smile in a way that you never thought imaginable. Come see me today. Ask about our YouTube special. You have to click the button below. I think you'll be glad you did. We did it for them. I'll do it for you. Come see me at BrighterImageLab.com. Space. We live in a fishbowl.
Yeah.
They build up. So in the attempt to mask the severity of what was happening from the public and to use weather as a weapon, and that's very critical. Weather warfare is a matter of historical fact. It's not opinion. So in order to use weather as a weapon,
Didn't show up. Still. And every once in a while, the amount of patience I put into trying to like the video sometimes pays off and the thing comes back up. But obviously this time, no. And I've been noticing that it's been like that for a while now. It's not letting me post the videos. And probably because of my commentary on the advertisement, that's why it allowed the liked video to be highlighted to show that, oh yeah, he's definitely watching the advertisement, he's definitely liking the video, he must be stupid or not pressing it right, or there's a I don't know. We'll get on it. We'll help make sure the advertisers are happy. But I'm not happy. Not that they care. See, it's liked. 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 But why doesn't it show up in the liked playlist? Not there. And this has been happening for years, but it's definitely gotten more blatant and obvious and worse. I wish I could offer proof for every little thing I say. I can with enough time and resources. Unless I'm wrong, and then yeah, I got to admit it. Sometimes I didn't even press that. Sometimes it just kind of does this random poltergeist taking over my YouTube page. So it's hard to believe anything on the internet, and you shouldn't, because who's in control? It may be your channel, but how are you certain that somebody's not manipulating your channel? And I'm trying to be certain about it. I'm going back and double checking over and over again. Let's see if I can get the thumbs down to show up. Well, there it is, thumbs down. Still thumbs down. Brew mindfulness. The advertisements are funny. It seems like they really do respond in real time. And of course, I've opted out of personalized advertisements.
Sprayed from the skies to kill the foliage.
That's 400,000 per day. Most of that heat has gone into the oceans. So again, I want to state, I'm not an Al Gore fan. The environmental groups have been unimaginably hypocritical. They won't touch this issue because they're afraid of losing their 501.
So it's still not showing up. I guess the point is, I've been associated with the Green Party, so that last statement that he makes would spoil his dualistic narrative to find out that a Green Party member has been following Dane Wigington for an extremely long time and absolutely loving his work. Because, we're supposed to all be divided and hating each other for every little slight difference that duality can create, or Gemini or Trump or whatever. What do I mean by Gemini? Gemini is an astrological sign that quite often symbolizes duality. It's not to say that Geminis are dualistic people, but they might argue with that, and that's the point. Or argue that they are not dualistic people. Either way, they can't always see the unit. Let me say that right. They can't always see. For me to start with a dualistic statement is not going to help. That's for sure. So I don't know. I can't really give you a good example of how. I guess I could say, oh, they're not dualistic. And then, of course, they're going to come back and say, oh, yes, we are. Oh, you're right, you are. Oh, no, we're not. And that's kind of what I mean. And it's not because of the truth. It's because of the emotional hurt. Geminis are children in many ways. We all are. But Gemini specifically tends to embody, let me say, a teenager who's more ready to gossip and react to that gossip. And as you move into Cancer, you see that gossip being the only form of defense almost, because the fears are so immense and the worries, and you've got to do something about it. This guy said to that guy that said to this guy, and she's looking at him and he's looking at her, and oh my God, the whole world's going to end. Well, I'm not trying to water down anybody's good works. I'm trying to support and highlight good works. Wouldn't it be nice if the system allowed good works to be rewarded and truly bad works or evil to be punished? Or more specifically, not punished, because that would be a better justice system. What do I mean by that? There's no hope in crime and punishment. There's hope in good and criminal justice reform. And there's hope in doing good and leading by example. And there was another video I was trying to find to show you that didn't get posted to my liked playlist also last night. I'm going to see if I can go find that video. So you saw, if you're watching this video, that even though I was able to like it, I was not able to like it and put it in my liked playlist for this video.
You've got crooked, broken, misaligned teeth.
Which to me says more than the advertisement does.
Their smile is because the dentists make it too damn expensive. Well, I get it. Most people don't know that.
It says, go watch that video. Despite the advertisement, despite YouTube, go watch that video despite the establishment. Support people like Dane Wigington. Support people that are trying to share the truth. I'm trying to find another video to see if... So obviously that one could not be posted in my liked playlist. It was just not allowed. I tried for a long time now. Let's see, 39 minutes on video to try to post that video. And here comes the pre-programmed, you're a targeted individual, fear, cower, hide behind a rock, because there's nothing you can do, Morty. Anyway, the point is, I'm trying to find the video. Here it is. I tried to post this one on my liked playlist and it didn't show up. So I'm going to try again right now.
TV. This is the new guy that comes and investigate everything on a
So you can see I liked it. Trying to give it a few minutes to realize that I liked it. Now I'm going to go see if it's at the top of my liked playlist. Hopefully. I'll give it a minute. Slow machine. So this is the video I'm liking here. Nope, didn't show up either. Sometimes the truth pisses people off. So much so that they decide to censor it.
on a
I'm not that kind of person.
past situation.
Somebody might think, oh, you're an atheist. Oh, you're a Christian. Oh, you're a green. Oh, you're a liberal. Oh, you're a this or that. But I'm going to post what I feel is appropriate to post as much as I can for the sake of the truth that I'm trying to share. Problem is, YouTube sits there and changes that narrative constantly. Obviously, this video, is not posted either. You know, and look at the type of video it is. It's not a sensationalized, advertised, catching type of video. It's a very clear, sort of ordinary person trying to stand up and empower themselves against a system that's corrupt. I don't see why advertisers don't see money in that. And I always do. I mean, there's more censorship for you right there, if you were listening. I believe this is a fair use. I'm allowed to do this.
Now, if the other party knows they're being recorded, do you think they would bully you? No, they wouldn't.
Exactly.
This was a situation that got resolved. The bully.
And you might say, this is all gossip. Well, you know, when there's no legitimate justice system, what other way of defending yourself do you have than gossip? She's talking about something that happened to her and has to document it. Why? Because she has no other recourse. And she did a very good video if you watch it all the way to the end. You know, without any recourse, she acted responsibly and was not violent and simply recorded and spoke out, which is, you know, what's so wrong when people censor that is that when there's no justice system and people can only speak out, and then that speaking out is censored, the disempowerment is massive.
Say or do to get out of it. No action was taken other than this person was transferred to another place where the person had less stress, camera protection, and still had authority and opportunity to bully others less fortunate. Listen on.
wife was trying to record a phone call, so I'm not exactly expert on it. You probably haven't had my life either. I agree with that. Yeah. I smelled where you smelled that it was being abused. That's where you contact me, and we look into it real deep because everything is supposed to be on paper, but to give you exact information about what happened that did it. If I can't do that, that means somebody's using the system to mess with you. To my knowledge, that hasn't happened yet.
Now, would evil people, use a system to mess with you? Absolutely. If you've seen all my videos and you have any intelligence whatsoever, you have connected the dots. Now, this government employee that I cold busted out bullying me for over a year, she didn't get disciplined, to my knowledge. She didn't get fired. She got transferred to an easier job. Right. She got rewarded for her evil behavior. That's the real world, folks. And that's why you're hearing and seeing stuff on TV about people getting shot or whatever. Because people are tired of the crap. I wouldn't personally go that route. You see how I go, my route? I expose them. So in this world, evil is rewarded. If you're evil, you can get an SSI check. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize a lot of things because I was medicated. The doctors, the government, they're all involved. Yeah, it's true. I'm on my way out of this world.
And what she just said, that's such a shocking statement to the system. Maybe that's why it's not showing up on the liked playlist. But as you can see, I'm documenting more proof that YouTube is censored. It's obvious. And it'd be nice if I could get a lawyer who would take this pro bono and we could sue, Google or YouTube for censorship. I think there's enough that we could probably do a class action lawsuit. I wouldn't even mind getting on the same team as Alex Jones. Not that I really like a lot of the things he says, but some of the things he says in the old days were okay. The point is that censorship, wow, if we could prove the censorship is connected to the government, then we have a case, because according to the Constitution, that's a violation of the Constitution and our constitutional rights. But unfortunately, because Google and YouTube is a private entity and I'm not paying anything and it's free and they just get to steal all my personal and intellectual property and advertise to me and make money off of me, I probably don't have a case, unfortunately.
But you're left. And you cannot defend yourself medicated stupid. You cannot do what I do because you're medicated stupid. Now, I also know that a person that worked for the state got caught having sex with not his wife on company time. He got a week suspended from work with pay. So he got rewarded. He got a week vacation with pay. That is the real world, folks. Who it was, where it was, that don't matter. But that is the real world. Now
And YouTube is not the real world. So just so you know, my liked playlist has a bunch of garbage videos. Not all, but some of them are pretty bad. And if I had full control over it, it would be a lot better. But unfortunately, I don't. I'm not saying YouTube posted videos that I didn't choose to post, but I'm saying they put them out of order. And they manipulated the narrative I was trying to create. So I'm just going down my like playlist to give you kind of a basic idea of some of the things that I've liked. Because I try for nine times 5,000. Of course, today it only shows 5,000 videos. Usually it only shows 5,000 videos. Every once in a while you get to see, they put a little number in front of it, 9 times 5,000 videos. As far as I know, that's how many videos I've got posted. I guess I can calculate that real quick.
Hate crime, KRSs. That's not for us regular folk.
Oh my God, I was traveling and I met a guy named Craig at an Airbnb, and he has met KRS-One. Obviously, that's a different thing than this particular K is talking about, but I think KRS-One is pretty cool.
It's for them. That's right. That's for them.
Oops.
It looks good on paper, but I don't think it pertains to regular folk.
So yeah, I've got 45,000 videos basically that I've liked on YouTube. So I've been following YouTube for a long time.
Plug and undrug fast. That's my spiritual advice. You're going to have to see the real world the way it is. Peace, people. This is how government protects bully government. This is how it really works. Not what you hear on TV. This is the new guy that come in to investigate everything on a past situation. Now, if the other party knows they're being recorded, do you think they would bully you? No, they wouldn't. This was a situation that got resolved. The bully involved was cold busted with nothing this person could say or do to get out of it. No action was taken other than this person was transferred to another place where the person had less stress, camera protection, and still had authority and opportunity to bully others less fortunate. Listen on.
That's something I've found in my life is trying to record a phone call, so I'm not exactly sure on it.
You probably haven't had my life either.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I smelled where you smelled that it was being abused. That's where you contact me, and we look into it real deep because everything is supposed to be on paper, but it's giving you exact information about what happened that did it. If I can't do that, that means somebody's using the system to mess with you. To my knowledge, that hasn't happened yet.
Now, would evil people, use a system to mess with you? Absolutely. If you've seen all my videos and you have any intelligence whatsoever, you have connected the dots. Now, this government employee that I cold busted out bullying me for over a year,
So there's the connection that the government uses a system to bully people, and they've used it to bully me and a critical mass of people called TIs. And frankly, I think everybody could say it at this point in time. Even Donald Trump could say, "Oh my God, they're bullying me." And Morty would say it, and Rick would laugh. And once Rick laughs, maybe Rick will realize he should do something about it. And I'm trying to do something about it by liking this lady's video. Because it's a good video. And I just liked it again.
on a past situation.
But when they're manipulating communications, how can you definitely make sure you can get through to everybody? Which is a Morty question. So let's see if this video is liked again. It's not. It's not in my liked playlist. It's definitely in my history. Never had a problem with the history because that's the side that YouTube gets to look at to make sure you know your history is... You can erase your history. It's true. You can erase your history. But the history is a correct representation of what you've been watching. And what you've liked should show up in your liked playlist. But it doesn't always. And what's suspicious about the fact that it doesn't always is the videos that specifically don't show up are usually calling out the government for censorship, for example. And that's the lightest of the offenses that they've done. The most easily forgiven offense is just saying, "Oh, I'm not going to listen to you." No problem. But when you realize that offense is on the top of the pyramid of all the other offenses that are including genocide and war crimes and crimes against humanity and crimes against the peace, it's a massive, massive problem that hopefully everybody realizes that we, the people of the world, have to do something about it. have to do something about it. And that's why we're not. Because when you have to do something, you're more likely to put your head under the sand or run away or become Morty or become Rick's sidekick. Because you need somebody to take care of you. Oh, Rick, please help me. I'm just a poor little Morty. I can't do anything myself. I need you, Mr. Old Man, to help me. I don't care if you fuck me up the butt. Just help me. Whatever, anything you do, please. I'm too weak to run for president. And then that's the cool thing about the last season of Rick and Morty is finally, apparently, evil Morty, which is probably not the real Morty, ran for president. And if nobody knows what I'm talking about, go watch or type in Rick and Morty if you want to watch an interesting cartoon. Obviously, I've proved my point. Neither of those two videos has been posted in my liked playlist. It's very frustrating.
Morty, you gotta come on. You gotta come with me.
What, Rick? What's going on?
I got a surprise for you,
It's the middle
Morty.
of the night. What are you talking
Come
about?
on, I got a surprise for you. Come on, hurry up. Gotta get,
Ow,
gotta go.
ow,
Gotta get out
ow,
of here.
you're tugging me
Come on,
too
I got a
hard.
surprise for you, Morty. What do you think of this flying vehicle, Morty? I built it out of stuff I found in the garage.
Yeah, Rick, it's great. Is this the surprise?
Morty, I had to make a bomb, Morty. I had to create a bomb.
What? A
We're
bomb?
gonna drop it down there and get a whole fresh start. Create a whole fresh start.
That's absolutely crazy.
Come on, Morty. Just take it easy, Morty. It's gonna be good. Right now, we're gonna go pick up your little friend Jessica.
Jessica? From my math class?
When I drop the bomb, I want you to have somebody.
I think Dan Harmon's the head of the Illuminati.